Sorry, Mo will continue. I picked the topic Tuesday.
All right.
We're at Bengals training camp, so we should talk about the trade the Reds made.
Yeah, makes sense, right? The Bengals are practicing, so we're going to talk about the Reds. They've acquired Jonathan Broxton, who is like 3 of me. The dude is huge. Look, here's the deal. I know the Reds gave up a couple of prospects, and I know the Reds didn't get a leadoff hitter. They didn't get a center fielder. They didn't get a guy that a lot of us were talking about. Remember, we talked about this last week, that Walt Jocketty's most notable moves have been off the radar, things we haven't been talking about, moves that we haven't been discussing. We weren't talking about this team getting a relief pitcher, and the name Jonathan Broxton, I haven't been talking about it. I don't think anybody here has been talking about it. But just because the Reds bullpen has been very good this year doesn't mean you don't add to a strength. And let's face it, guys like Andrusic and Arredondo have regressed just a little bit. And I think this was insurance against the starting staff starting to falter in the final 2 months of the season. None of these guys outside of Bronson Arroyo have ever gone more than 200 innings in a season. And so if you want those guys to lessen the amount of innings they throw, it only makes sense to get guys to add to your bullpen, and I think the Reds did exactly that. Obviously, they failed to get a center fielder. We talked about Denard Span and Shane Victorino, players like Juan Pierre, who obviously wouldn't have been a center fielder but would have added to the bench. They didn't get a Lyle Overbay. I think it's fair to wonder, can this team proceed August, September, and hopefully October without a genuine leadoff hitter, without much production at the top of the order? Can Drew Stubbs keep it up? And is this team too thin at the end of the bench? But that doesn't mean you don't look to make yourselves better in areas where you're already good. And the Reds did that. And look, I know they gave up what is being perceived as a lot, but winning isn't free. Winning comes at a cost. Tweet me and tell me what you think at MoEgger1530, and shoot me an email to mo@espn1530.com.